So when I'm filing, I'm using a, for this one, this is an 80 grit file. And as you can see, I'm holding the nail steady because it's on a practice finger. But I want to do like a little bit of a tapered in shape, but not a coffin per se. So what I'm going to do, I can either put my finger over top of the file like this and file that way, right? Like that to angle it in. Or I could also hold it like this, position my hand, and then go like that. But when you do like this, what happens is you'll end up rounding this out, and you don't want that. So that's why I suggest, if you are holding your file like that, put your finger over top and file this way, because that prevents you from curving the file or bowing it and causing that curvature, because as you can see, it's still very sharp on this side. And what I was trying to explain in the previous video, if you guys haven't seen that, I'll be sure to link it up in the cards. But I was trying to explain, and I realized I should have explained it as I'm actually doing it, because it's kind of hard to explain when I'm doing it as it's a voiceover. So you can also say on this side, like if you're right-handed and you're on the right side, or left-handed on the left side, whichever way, you can also do it like this, right? And just make sure you, of course, you're not, filing on your client's skin, but you can also keep it straight down to do it like that. However, if you're not careful, you see how you can kind of get like that curvature there. But if you do it like this, right, and you brace your finger, the file with your finger, this is the way I suggest doing it, like this. Always keeping the file steady, you won't get that curvature. And see how it's nice and straight. And then whenever you're going at the free edge here, you can, so kind of think of it like this, right? So I'm going to show you from the side. If you're having your file, and this is a nail, you see how I'm not overextending or back here trying to file, but I'm right up against the nail, right? This is how you'd want to file up and down to make sure this is even at the free edge. You don't want to go like that, right? Because what happens is, if you're going like this, you're going to be filing crooked. But if you are going to go like this, you really need to make sure that you're able to not bow it back, too far forward like this, but also make sure you have it straight to the nail, so that way you can get a nice even line. But whenever you're filing like that, I really suggest that you tilt the nail down, right? It's kind of hard to file like that, right? Hold the nail in your client's finger, and you get the same exact idea here, and you do it this way. And then you can hold it, right? Like this. See how I'm steady? And then just file. And then a good way to check it would be to turn the nail this way, hold it up, and as you can see, we're straight on. It's not curved, anything like that. We're straight on along the nail. And we look good. So it's tapered in some, not a whole lot, but it looks good, and it's concise, and I'm happy with how the nail looks. So long as you're happy with your shaping, that's good. And the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it, and the faster you'll be able to finish your shaping process. Because if you're able to do that fast, everything else should come pretty quickly. I feel like we spend the most time on shaping outside of application. So there's that. And also, if you get frays like that, which you will when using coarser file, I strongly recommend that you try to make sure you file them off so you can get a better look at your shape. And then I'm going to actually blend this in a little bit so you all can see what I see a little bit better. This down here at the free edge, right? And this would be an example, you know, whenever you're blending it, like say if there was a tip here, you would use long strokes to blend the tip, and you wouldn't go back and forth like that because you create a lot of heat on the nail, a lot of friction, and then you're probably like, ooh, that kind of burns. And that's why, because you're creating a lot of friction. It's the same idea. That's what happens, you know, whenever you're using e-file and using drill bits, and if you're staying in the same place for too long and you're going back and forth and you're putting a lot of pressure down, because when you're going like this a lot, like that, like back and forth, like short strokes, you end up putting a lot of pressure and you don't realize it. Whereas if you do long strokes, it's less pressure. But for example, a short stroke, you see how I'm like bearing down and going like that? That's a lot of pressure on that client's nail, and you don't want to do that because you can also cause damage to someone's natural nail. So, with that being said, I think we have a really nice shape here for the tapered look, and that's that. So hopefully you guys found this helpful, and be sure to check out the next video on Friday, because I will be showing you how to do a really cool design with this. Or I may be sorry about the sound, but I may be going on an application or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you guys know. Just stay on my update on my TikTok or Instagram to see whatever I'm posting, because I do post like the final product there before I post it on YouTube. So yeah, loves, that's all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.